Hello boys. How are you? Now today we start our new chapter in 12 that is about sound. First of all, how the sound is produced. Sound is produced when something vibrates. Now because of this, when we hit different kinds of object, then different kinds of sound is produced. That is depends on the material and the vibration of that material. If it is vibration slow or fast, then the sound also produce different ways. Here in front of this page, we can first of all string instrument. Sometimes we pluck the string and then sound is produced. Okay, and then wind instrument where we blow the sound. Okay, for example, we blow the air column inside the instrument is made to vibrate by blowing across the end of or into the tube. Okay. If this is bigger hole and smaller hole, then the production of the sound change. And sometimes we strike with the instrument and then sound produce. And sound produce after production, how it transport from one place to another place. There are three mediums: solid, liquid, and gas. Through these three mediums, the sound travel from one place to another place. And the fastest way is solid, fastest medium is solid, and slowest gas. Now, how we find the speed of the sound? First of all, we measure the distance where from the listener, distance between listener and producer. Who is which thing is produce the sound and who is listening that sound. Distance between them, and then we find the time, how much time it take from one place to another place. Then we divide the distance by the time and we get the speed of the sound. And speed of the sound in air, that is 330 meter per second or 1200 kilometer per hour. This is speed of the sound in air, but in different material the sound is different. And after that, here we find the different material produce and speed of sound is different. For example, here you can see in air 330 and in hydrogen gas that is 1280, oxygen 360, carbon dioxide 268, and in water 1500, seawater 1530, and in mercury 1450, in glass 5000, iron or steel 5100, in lead 1200, in copper 3800, and wood also 3800. You can see that here the most, the sound where the speed is most, that is steel or iron, and the least, that is carbon dioxide. Okay, you can see in this table. And after that voice, here we can find the different kinds of definitions. This part is called crust and this part is called trough. The top part of the wave, this is sound wave, this is called crust and trough. And this is called the mean position. This is mean position. The distance from mean position to the crest or trough, that is called amplitude. And the distance between two consecutive crusts or two consecutive troughs, that is called wavelength. And the pitch of the sound, that depends on the wavelength of the wave. And the loudness of the sound, that is depends on the amplitude of the sound. If big amplitude, loud sound, and small amplitude, quiet sound. If the wavelength is small, we say high pitch. If the wavelength is big or longer, we say low pitch. And next is the frequency and the time period. Frequency, we can see that in 1 second, how many waves pass through a specific place. That's called frequency of the sound. And it is, we can find frequency 1 divided by time period. This is formula of the frequency. Then frequency we measure in hertz. Hertz is the unit of the frequency. Otherwise, this is our topic today. If you have any question, you can ask me.